I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was not good. It did not go super well for me. And if you're wondering what I happen to listen to while I'm lifting right now, I am listening to Good Morning, or whatever time of the day it is that you're watching this. It's morning for me right now. I'm headed to the gym to get to my first normal training session in a while. In my car, where I do a lot of these intros because I do a lot of driving. So this is my first normal training session in a while because I was at the CrossFit Games. Now I got back almost a week ago, but coming off of a week of working, being super busy at the games, you can see just how much sleep I got here. I was trying to put out a ton of content on this channel, which I love doing, but did not really work with trying to get in a lot of fitness. So that had to wait. This was the priority, and now I am back to fitnessing. So I got back, like I said, almost a week ago. So I have been at the gym since then, but after coming off of so much time off and so little sleep, and my nutrition wasn't good. I mean, I wasn't even that hungry because I was so busy, so I wasn't eating enough. My coaches and myself decided it was best just to kind of ease back into it, not overdo it, not beat up the body too much. I mean, just even I did most of my training. I just sort of lowered the intensity, lowered the weights if I needed to, just worked at what felt good. And even that made me a little bit sore, or more sore than I would expect from a normal week. But this is my first day of a new week, and we're gonna get back to normal intensity, normal training. It's been a couple days. I've gotten some more sleep, although I've still been crazy busy. I had some family in town visiting, but I'm excited to get back doing the normal things. I know sometimes after taking some time off or having some unexpected time off, this was sort of unexpected. I thought that I would have a little more time to work out while I was there. It's hard to get back into it. Sometimes it just feels like you may have lost progress. In reality, taking a week off, you're not going to lose too much progress. You may feel like you lost progress, but that's just not how it works. Your body's still going to hold on to a lot of that muscle and a lot of that endurance ability. So it's mostly just in your head, and you just kind of got to get back at it, even if it hurts a little more than usual because you haven't been hurting recently. So let's head to the gym. And if you're new here and you don't know this, I actually drive 27 miles each way to get to the gym. I live in San Francisco, and the options of CrossFit gyms there is a little bit limited, especially when it comes to having a job with weird times and needing a gym with different hours. So I drive all the way out to the East Bay to Pleasant Hill and go to Diablo CrossFit. Got my nice CrossFit Games shirt on. If you're new here and you're like, what could she be getting started with in her training? The answer is, and almost always is, squatting. I do a ton of squatting. Squatting is my biggest CrossFit weakness. So we are attacking that full on, and I will be squatting today. And then metconning and other stuff too. Geronimo, get dropped down like some dominoes. Blues and greens and pinks, I got a lot of those. Yeah, you know, talking slime, I can't. And if you're wondering what I happen to listen to while I'm lifting right now, I am listening to the Fantasy Football Podcast. and that is because it is mid-August and it is time to prepare for the draft. Love fantasy football. Can't wait to get started with that. This was really my first time heavy power cleaning and really heavy pulling anything from the floor since before the games. So it's been 2.5 weeks, and I was supposed to hit a heavy for the day, power clean and power jerk, and it felt heavy a lot earlier on than I thought. I only hit about 15 pounds less than what I wanted to. And just kind of accepting that that's where things are right now after taking some time off, some unexpected time off. So that's okay. Like, can't get too wrapped up in that kind of stuff. Can't let it affect the rest of your session because you want to keep going. And it's just one movement, and it's just a season and a time, and then you just got to move on, move past it, and I'm sure that strength will be back in no time, maybe next week.
Does me copy like I'm daddy, you not my seed. Catching all my movements, you watch my lead. We are not the same, no, I'm out your league. I been went pro, I been went big, I been went for that's not your biz. I been on top, I been made hits. No recognition, still not gon' miss. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing around with me. Stop playing.
Just finished up that EMOM. Now I am outside hanging out under a tree. It is very hot here in the East Bay. I think that we're under a heat advisory for this week, so it's just gonna get hotter. And it usually isn't that hot in Northern California. I think that's a misconception. The East Bay is kind of hot, well, can get really hot. San Francisco, never hot. If you're visiting San Francisco, bring a jacket, doesn't matter what time of the year it is. But back to that workout. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was not good. It did not go super well for me. I ended up having to scale the muscle ups because after the first muscle up on the first round, the first two, they were good. But after coming off of those wall walks, I don't think I've ever done muscle ups after wall walks, and I still haven't because it just didn't happen. I failed it every single time. And then on the L sits, I had to go down to a tuck sit because just wasn't happening for 30 seconds in that time domain. So it's getting back to training after some unexpected time off can be hard, and it can be humbling because you feel like you can perform one way because that's how you're performing before this time off. And I was only off for like 2.5 weeks, so it's not like it's a crazy amount of time, but it was enough time that my body's just not used to this maybe the volume, the intensity after a couple weeks, and I wasn't eating or sleeping enough while I was off. So it's not like it was time for my body to recover. It was time my body suffered in a different way. And I'm feeling it in my training. And that's okay, because I think sometimes when people take time off, it ends up being more time than they wanted it to be because it doesn't feel good coming back. So they just keep taking time off, or they make excuses not to get into the gym. They just gotta push through these like icky times where it's just not what you want it to feel like. And hopefully soon it'll feel like it did a couple of weeks ago. And I'll feel really strong and fast, but that's not today, and that's okay. So I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. I have some really exciting things coming up in the next videos. I have a cool workout I want to do and some stuff to talk about. So if you want to hear more about that, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate all of you for watching.